Gonna be team one together with Whiskashi? Whisk. First up on the team, we got us in Chicago, multiple Shamans. In fact, we got us as Airless joining back in as a rogue, and Chich? I want to say Chich. Gonna be a sniper shot, but too broken. The opener is gonna take with a bit of a slow right after death. Chalk him right after, taking quite a bit of damage in the opener. Got himself the void of big opener with a rapid fire. Wisconsin not really doing all the good. Could be in the kill shot range. Kill shot coming through as it is gonna be a wall. Scatter shot is too broken. Living up to the name. It's gonna go rapid fire instead of the sniper shot as Wisconsin trying to see if he can go for a little bit of survivability. That is gonna be a healing stream totem. Wisconsin wants to go in counter offensive here, but so far he just had to play it super defensive, too broken. Took only a little bit of damage, but definitely was able to get himself a proper opener on the guy. Rapid fire is going to be fantastic. Gives you quite a bit of damage. Wisconsin finally able to get himself a little bit of a gap, but now Sunder into a counter strike totem. Yet another sniper shot off of the freezing chop. Could be lots of damage. Wisconsin in a bad spot. Mad damage back on a too broken though. In that kill shot range for just a second. Into yet another scatter shot to broken. Trying to go for yet another aim shot. Wisconsin does he have line of sight, taking a lot of damage. Rapid fire to follow kill shot. Oh! And it's gonna be too broken, taking it down. I was thinking like either this man escapes or this is gonna be done deal. It looks like it was able to get it done right then and there. Like last time, he's taking a bit of chakram damage. Immediate turtle shell. Mr. Broken trying to see if he can turtle out of this situation. Somebody picked up the eyes just now. I do wonder if it's too broken or if it's Chicago. Look at that. What is the static totem? This grip of totem is kind of insane. What is that? Chicago's so good at it now. My goodness, literally gripped him in like, what are you doing? You're not a Death Knight? What are you doing? You got Death Knight shoulders, but stop it. But apparently, yeah, static totem, if you move it at the right time, Chicago not sure exactly how to do it properly. He's trying to do best he can, but if you move it fast enough, if you place the totem and then move it immediately, you can move people in. You can like grip them to ya. It's interesting. Gonna be lots of damage onto Tobroken. Trying to see if he can escape from Chicago. Scatter shot to follow. I think Tobroken is gonna want to play it very, very defensively. That's gonna be a trap down. Chicago trying to see if he can avoid it. Broken, not looking all that healthy right now. Feign death for a second. Does he get to go for a camo? Definitely needs to go for some kind of CC on Chicago. Needs to go into damage to follow up as well. But I don't know if he's gonna do it. Void operation, trying to see if he can back away up out of there. Gonna be Chicago leaping in. Quick storm strike, taking him out. With Keith gonna be up next, charging in as a fiery red pally. I think he's just trying to see if he can walk up to Chicago, maybe even go for a bow. But Chicago's seeing a pal and charging on him. He's like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna put you in a corner, take the static totem, and just place it down there for a second. Chicago's gonna have to maybe potentially pop a defensive here if they want to pop through the shield and stay aggressive. Try to see if he can back away, knock back into Keith, still holding onto the shield, but it's gonna break to a Raptor. Does actually end up kind of holding back a little bit as the shield pops. It's gonna be static totem gripping him back out, just kind of yoinking these guys out, just taking him by the leg and just chucking him at a good distance. Oh my goodness. Big damage by Keith. Last to follow. Could be a trinket. Keith actually taking a little bit of damage right now. He does have recovery, does have survivability. But Chicago, at this point, you may just have to watch your defensive. Both of these competitors do have a trinket. Keith still holding on to a bubble. I think Chicago's going to have to find a way to break through it. Keith actually could just go for the most amount of damage. Knocked back by Chicago. Does have Guardian Spirits in the case we want to go for those. Keith, it's kind of lower on health. May want to bubble. The Thunder is going to go for the bubble as soon as he gets to regenerating. I think that's the way he maybe potentially could have capitalized damage on Chicago. Chicago's going to let the Paladin reset here. Sunder, big ascendants out for Chicago, trying to see if they can potentially blast through the shield of Vengeance. Keith stays next to Chicago. The shield of Vengeance is going to do a ton of damage. It's going to be a lasso. Hodge onto Chicago. He's going to be able to break out of it with a big laying hands for Keith. Got himself a lot of recovery, but looks like after that laying hands, there's only so much you can do. But it's going to be Diamond up next as an Arcane Mage this time around versus Chicago. It's going to open up with a Palmer. Got himself invis with the Ring of Frost, trying to make sure that Chicago does not really get to escape this at all. Radiant Spark is going to get frozen. Radiant Spark is on him. Big blasting damage for Diamond. Lasso right after is going to go for a blink. Missiles to follow. Breath right after. They have himself a big go, knocking Chicago back away from any kind of pillar. Big damage from touching the magic. Chicago have a way to fight through this. Does not have any trouble right now. Could be in a lot of trouble. Does have a wall back up, so could use that wall in case they ever feel threatened. Right now with plenty of mana, plenty of maelstrom coursing through them. They should be able to utilize it to heal. We are hitting that 7-minute mark, 35% dampening. It's almost like you got a rogue just constantly stabbing you with a dagger coated with a wound poison. You're not going to get a lot of healing. Chicago trying to see if he can trap out Diamond for just a second, letting himself kind of I guess you can't really control it, can you? I was gonna say letting themselves get hit by Poly, but not really letting themselves. They did have a no kicks at the end there. Diamond trying to see if he can blast out Chicago. Big touch of the magic still on him. Lasso able to blink out of it immediately. Chicago is able to live past the touch of the magic, but is gonna go for a wall here pretty early on. Interrupt onto Diamond is gonna have himself a random Bloodlust activating around the time warp into another Ring of Frost. Does get interrupted. Chicago have himself maybe a big go off this one. That is gonna be a alter time for Diamond. Is gonna have the alter time remove the Chicago wall. Is able to jump, trying to see if he can stay on him as much as possible. Does get big ascendants. Oh, the big blaster comes out. This time Chicago is not playing into a random ascendance, actually controlled ascendants. I think that's twice now they've been able to use Ascendants just to blast somebody to smithereens. Lasso onto Chilpas immediately. Chilpas is going to have to find a way to fight through. Chicago is going to be a static totem. Is going to go for it. Doesn't manage to break past it into a full unholy burst. Going to be a root immediately. Got himself Death Advance in order to at least walk away from the root totem. Chicago trying to go for a knockback. Doesn't go flying whatsoever. Chilpas got himself the AMS to cover himself. Got himself a silence on Chicago, preventing a lot of the magic damage from Chicago. And I think it's just going to be done and done deal for the Shaman. Oh my goodness. There's only so much you can really do in that situation, huh? Garrote out of Airless, got himself a big ambush onto Chill Pills. Playing that Assassination Rogue, so it could bleed down on the Chill Pills. It is a mix of that poisons, which Chill Pills can deal with, but the physical damage and the bleeds are going to go through them like butter. And Airless is trying to see if he can slice up Chill Pills. Big vanish, full dots around him. I think he's just trying to stay on him, trying to keep the pressure as best as possible. Big ambushes right after. Into a disarm as he goes in for a big dome. It is going to be able to deal with the poison damage, but the blaze that just got and went through him, and it's going to be a blind to remove all your dots. Airless trying to see if he can go for a quick shot meld. Cheap shot into an immediate trick out of Chilpas. Got himself the smallest amount of health, but cannot recover past the rug at that point. Noble 6, last one left over for the team 2. Trying to see if he can get himself a big setup versus Airless. That is going to be Demon Dog a bite right in on the corner. I saw that. I saw a big puff. Second bite? Airless, you're just going to blast it right now. Noble 6 is getting the most luck. His Demon Dog is charged in. Big bite again. Somehow alive with 60% dampening. Imps are going to be able to chase him down with some fireballs. With a quick gouge onto the pet. Why is it DR? Did you gouge it earlier? I don't even know. What can you do in this situation? You got a Felga that's hitting you harder than a Death Knight in some cases. Literally a warrior as a pet. What is this? He just hits one more hit. Does he get to get out of there? No way. Oh my, he just getting shotted. Oh my god, he's just trying to see if he can fight it. He's not even fighting against Noble 6. He's fighting against Felguard. Gouge? As the Felguard charges in, does the Felguard have an axe toss? Noble is just letting it happen. Oh my god, even when he saw the man go just like, oh, just a sigh. Noble literally AFK'd while Airless fought his pet. And now Noble actually has to fight versus Infecting. It's going to be a full army of the demons versus the undead. Mortical into Infecting. Noble having to burn a wall here really early on. Infecting trying to see if he can displace him. But with that wall, he's as protected as possible. I think he's still going to go down though, isn't he? Either was super high dampening, so you kind of give up. That or... yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Not really sure, but Chicago with 3. Chilpas does claim a kill. Airless does go down, but I don't... technically, he does die to the Warlock, but like, we're watching chat. We all observed it. That Rathguard should get a +1. I don't think that even should go as a tally towards the Warlock. I love you.